Okay. All right. I am prepared today. We're ready in the live streaming spot. Got my computer plugged. We're ready to go. Just have to tweet out the link to this. Then we shall go from there. Oops. Get my water in my wine glass. Yeah, okay. Gosh, I just don't really like the lighting here because whenever I take a thumbnail picture, it's always just like, oh, but Katie likes the lighting. Okay, so I'm seeing that you guys are coming in, so while you guys are doing that, I am going to tweet out the link to the stream. All right, we're live. Let's talk the Billboard Music Awards. Okay, join us here. And then I great. Okay, now I can pay attention. Okay, so Keen Lagerfeld, Steffi, laughing emojis. Hello, Keen. Andres Supreme. Hi. Mashup God Harper. Hey. Katie, come through lighting, yes. Steven Panama, sup, bitch. Andres Supreme, Steffi, Caleb Valdez, OMG, I need to know how you felt about Ariana Grande. Okay, so I was going to make a separate, if you guys, well, I mean, I'm assuming you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel if you're watching this, but on the like community tab on YouTube, I like commented on Wednesday, I believe is when the Billboard Awards was. I commented like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna make a video about my thoughts tomorrow. I ended up not doing that because I thought it would just be like more interesting if we had a conversation about the awards. Because I know there were some controversial moments during the show. So I just thought it'd be more interesting that way. Hence why we're going to be talking about it in this live stream. But Caleb said, OMG, I need to know how you felt about Ariana Grande. I mean, Ariana Grande's performance, first of all, it was like telecasted from her tour. So I just felt like, I mean, like they've done that in different award shows. So that wasn't weird. But it was just like, first of all, her lighting was so, it just like her performance looked so dark, especially in comparison to how the other performances were lit on the actual, like who actually performed on the award show. And I didn't watch her full Coachella performance, but I watched like some moments, and I remember there were moments during her Coachella performance, and people were complaining that it was so dark to watch on screen. So that'd be like one of my notes is like the lighting was kind of like, I don't know, it was just really, really dark. So it was kind of hard to see what was going on. And I mean, I guess like positive thing would be it looks like she's integrating more choreo into her routines, and she seems to have like improved. I mean, she's not like, you know, Beyonce when she dances, but she seems to have improved on the choreography side. I mean, Seven Rings as a song, I don't really care for. I know that's probably like a very that's like a popular, trendy sound, that song, but I don't really care for that song in general. So yeah, I mean, it was what it was. I don't really care for it, but I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. It was just like there. Um, yeah, so those are my notes on that. Andra Supreme, yes. Stefan, hey girl. Hey Stefan, our resident boy band expert. Katie, Game of Thrones has wrecked me once again, so I need these good vibes. Oh no. How many more episodes of Game of Thrones? Don't, is it like two or three more? Ooh, you guys who are Game of Thrones fans really in it to win it. Oh no, am I buffering? I don't know. On my end, it looks like I'm buffering here. Oh, okay, maybe not. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Andra Supreme, who won? I didn't see much of it. Well, I actually have my notes because again, I was gonna do a video on it, so I literally took no I took notes while watching this show. Um, so I know top R&B artist was Ella May, and I didn't even know that's how you pronounce her name. For the longest time, I thought it was Ella Mai. So I guess I learned something new that day, Ella May. And I didn't know that she was British, I'm assuming. She has an accent, and I'm assuming it was a British accent. Case in point, I didn't know like she was like British or whatever. Top rock artist was Imagine Dragons. I've never heard that song, but then again, I don't listen to the radio, so that's probably why I haven't heard that song. I also thought it was like really interesting how Queen was nominated in their category. I don't know, it's just like, oh, okay. Top Billboard 200 album went to Drake's Scorpion, and I remember when that album came out, I initially was going to do a first impressions video to his album. But then when I saw that it was like 20 something tracks long, I was like, no, thank you. No. So, I mean, congrats to Drake. And apparently now, after the award show, he's the artist that has the most Billboard award wins. So there's that. The top new artist is Juice World. I literally have no idea who that is. The top do I want to do a live stream or video. I honestly was like scared to partly make a video about the Billboard Awards because I mean I'm not going to say anything negative about BTS because I don't really have anything negative to say. Shady in that video, the BTS fans look like they're a lot. Like I feel like they would be able to hunt me down, find out where I live, find out who my family members. Okay, I'm back. Okay, see, I'm telling you, it was probably those BTS fans, man. Probably found out that I was freaking talking about BTS. I swear to God. Okay, okay, here we are. But yeah, case in point, I did not want to say anything like, I mean, I wasn't going to say anything negative about BTS, but if, again, I were to say something that may have insinuated some sort of negativity, I didn't want those fans to come after me. So yeah, the BTS fans, they are intense to say the least. It's also really interesting to just see like Asian stans, like just to see Asian girls crying over an Asian boy band was just like, huh, I've never seen that before. So that was that. Top male artist was Drake. Top female artist was Ariana Grande. Top rap song was Cardi B's I Like It. The Billboard Icon Award went to Mariah. Top country song went to BB Rexa and Florida Georgia Line for a song called Meant to Be. Again, I've never heard it because I don't listen to the radio. Top rock song was Panic at the Disco for High Hopes. Top 100 song was Maroon 5 and Cardi B's Girls Like You. And then the top artist of the night was Drake. So that was pretty much it on the awards front. Right. Okay. I need to get back to the live stream. So I was opening up my notes here. Where is here it is. Okay. Okay. Where are we now? Okay, Nikita Ray, currently bringing out the garbage, but I'm on time. Yes, present. Keen Lagerfeld, or as Cardi calls it, the Billboard Public Awards. Oh no, did she call it that? Billie Eyelash. Who won? Did Billie Eilish make it? I don't think she was nominated. I may be wrong though. Mashup God Harper. We know what the big controversy and Taylor didn't copy B, but I didn't see the entire show because my live stream crashed. SMH. Okay, so my thoughts regarding the whole Beyonce controversy with Taylor Swift. Okay, so I watched it like I wasn't watching it exactly live. Like I kind of waited like 30, 40 minutes to watch to like because I was recording it. So I waited about like 30, 40 minutes after the award show started to actually watch it, but I wasn't like on social media or anything. I was doing something else. So then I started watching it, and initially, because Taylor opens up the award show, as I was watching her like performance unfold, and like obviously she begins with the band, I didn't like, honest to God, and I'm saying this as a Beyonce, like a huge Beyonce fan, I did not think of, oh, she's copying Beyonce. I didn't think of that, and I think a large reason why that is because I watched the video, and because I had like that context going into her performance, it it just made sense that that's why her performance was structured the way it is. Like if you've seen the video, her performance during the Billboard Awards is essentially like the music video brought to life, to the point where like people are literally dressed the same exact way. I know there's a portion in the video where like the dancers are like in pastel suits and they like are dancing with the purses. Like that literally happens in the video. I know Brendan Urie comes in like with the on the in the Billboard Awards show, he like flies in, and that part was so cheated because they should have cut to a wide instead of being on a close up because you didn't really get that effect. But anyways, he like flies into the shot like via an umbrella, and that literally happens in the video. Case in point, all of that, the way that her performance was set up, it made sense because that's how the video is, and then also like the song itself, there's like it's very clear that there's like a band influence and sound on that song. So it made sense why there would be like a marching band in her performance. And following, like, when people were getting like very upset, I know some Taylor Swift fans were tweeting out, well, like Taylor has also utilized bands and marching bands in different songs of hers as well. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Um, so I but then on the other hand, like I understand why like Beyonce fans who maybe didn't see the music video would be up in arms, because I think at the root of it, well, what I'm hoping at the root of it is like a deeper issue of, historically speaking, white performers stealing, basically stealing from what black performers are doing and then bringing it into their own performances, and then like that getting more attention than what black performers do. Like there's been a history of that happening, like from Elvis to Little Richard. Like there's just there that's historically, that's what happens. But in this particular case of Taylor and Beyonce, I don't think personally, again, and I'm saying this as a huge Beyonce fan, I really just don't think that that's what was happening. Um and it like, for me, if like Taylor Swift came out during her Billboard award show and suddenly there was like a baton girl and there was like a whole stepping crew, then I would be like, okay, what the hell? What is happening? But that didn't happen. It was really just her music video come to life. Um, and the band portion of her performance didn't even last that long. It was maybe like what, 10, 15 seconds, and then that was it. So I kind of feel like the Beehive, Beyonce fans um overreacted a bit in terms of Taylor, getting mad at Taylor for stealing like Beyonce's marching band, but I never want to speak for like the black community and saying like, well, shouldn't be mad at that on the basis of the idea of white artists stealing from black artists. I hope I articulated myself well enough, because I don't want to be like taken out of context or misunderstood on that issue, because that's been something that's been happening in music history for a very, very, very long time. But to offshoot from that topic, I just feel like stan culture in general is so like toxic. I just feel like stand in general, like that's something that is very much like a 2019 thing. I mean, it's a very much something that has come out of social media and being in the internet age. Just stand culture can be fun when it's like, yeah, let's all get together and like celebrate our favorite artists just freaking killing it on stage, or like, oh my god, this is so exciting, we have new music. Like I think that's fun, but I don't think the side of stan culture that I don't like is when like people get to like attacking one another. I don't think that's fun. So yeah, I think that's pretty much my thoughts on that. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys have to say on all of that. But yeah. Patricia De Aza, hello, hello, hello. Oh, Patricia's here. She should be taking attendance. Billie Eilish. I just want to know if Billie Eilish is on there. If not, I don't care about it, but I like kind of have no clue what a Billboard Awards are. Billie Eilish was not there, so you don't have to worry about that. Stefan, first things first, did you hear NSYNC is talking about a reunion without Timberlake? Yes, I did hear that. And AJ from Backstreet Boys brought up the idea of them both touring together. Yes, I did. I saw it like on my Twitter timeline. I didn't click on the article, but I saw it. I saw some people though like really rooting for NSYNC to just do it without Justin Timberlake. So I think it's kind of like, I mean, I know Justin was like well, I mean, he more or less was their front man, but I think NSYNC for the most part can hold their own without Justin, and you still have JC. So uh yeah, I mean, they should just go ahead. I mean, they shouldn't let Justin Timberlake hold them back from wanting to tour if that's what they want to do. I mean, like Spice Girls did it without Posh, so or did they do it? I mean, I think they've done some performances without Posh, but like, yeah, okay. Keen Lagerfeld at Mashup. Yeah, I love B, but she didn't invent live bands. See, that's another aspect of this issue too, because then it's like some people like that's the whole thing. Like that's another aspect of stan culture is like people will be like, well, so and so did it first, well, so and so did it first, and like quite frankly, like, yeah, that's very true. Beyonce's marching band at her Coachella performance was very something that was very specific to like HBCUs. And again, what Taylor did, I don't think what Taylor her marching band was very HBCU. So it's like marching bands in general have like existed before Beyonce's Coachella performance, and there's been like many artists who have utilized marching bands before Beyonce did marching bands at her Coachella performance. So yeah, the issue of like, well, so and so did it first, so therefore they shouldn't be able to do it. It's like, well, girl, like, I don't know. Move on. Hannah Beth, hello, hello. Patricia De Asa, did you see the tweet by name Shane Official? She said Paula Abdul had the voice of Whitney Houston, dancing ability of Janet Jackson, and star power of Madonna. What do you think about that tweet? I think that tweet is funny. KD, Stefan, I would die. I cannot handle both of them on tour together. Patricia Day also just watched the reaction of Kev on stage about Paula had Whitney Houston's voice. I did see that. That was really funny. Nikita Ray, I wish Ariana would have done a special performance. Gaga did a whole new performance live from her tour for the 2017 AMAs. Oh, that would have been a good idea. Hannah Beth, how old are you? I am 25. Avengers V, hello, watching when I should be doing my geology final. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, just have me on in the background, I guess. Katie, 2 episodes of Game of Thrones left. Oh my gosh. Wow, 2 more. Ooh, you guys, that's intense. Mashup God Harper, I ran to get my pasta, but I'm back. Pasta, she's a dear friend of mine, that pasta. Mashup God Harper, Imagine Dragons is such a bland band. Patricia De Aza, Stefan was boy band expert, and me was a Whitney Houston expert. Then I got some buffering stuff here. Okay. Nikita Ray. Love that she slightly was negative about BTS and got cut off completely. I know, that's why I'm telling you, the BTS fans were probably onto me. Mashup God, Harper, Elsa could never, Katie, right, LOL. Mashup God, Harper, meant to be definitely shouldn't be country if Old Town Road isn't. That's a good point. Billie Eilish, so where was Billie Eilish? I know she made it somewhere. I do not know, maybe it was a different award show? Avengers V. Okay, but Mariah sounded good. IDK what people were complaining about. I just feel like in general, I'm not going to be one of those like young stands who are like, oh, Beyonce, Mariah doesn't sound good anymore, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, ma'am, Mariah's been doing this for like a very, very long time, and I don't expect Mariah to sound like she did when she first come out. Her voice is obviously going to change, one. And two, it's like with the amount of like performances she has done, with the level of difficulty of her songs, like surely her voice is going to sound different from in 2019 compared to like the early 90s. So Mariah is a legend. I mean, I'm happy that she was able to perform, period. I mean, if we really want to like get down to it, I feel like vocally the song that you could really hear like, oh, Mariah, was Always Be My Baby, because I mean like that's a very difficult song to sing, but I mean, I'm not mad at her performance. I mean, it was amazing. It was great. My iconic moment during her Mariah segment was when she dropped her tissue. That was everything. Um, let's see. Nikita Ray, my top performance, Sierra. Same. I really enjoyed Sierra. Like, I was like, damn, she can dance. Like I forget sometimes, but Sierra can really dance. However, the one thing I will say about Sierra is, and I had this problem with her too when she performed at the, I think it was like the BET Awards or something, and it was in tribute to Janet Jackson. Sierra can dance like amazingly fine by herself, but as soon as she starts to dance with her background dancers, she is so off. She's so off. Like comparing her movement to her background dancer, she sticks out like a sore thumb. And it's like there's some choreography that you give performers and put on people where it's like, okay, this is the type of choreography where it's like you could inject your own personality, blah 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 blah. And I get it. She's the lead singer, so it's okay for her to look different. But like the kind of choreography that Sierra does, it's like it's very specific and very detail oriented, and she needs to like blend more or less with her background. And she just like her timing is always off, the angles are always off, her positioning is always off. So I don't know, they need to like get down to the details whenever whoever her choreographer is needs to get down to the details and clean the section of her performance when she is dancing with her background. Because by herself, fine, she's great, but with her dancers, you need to clean that, honey. Panic at the Disco was good, and Jonas Brothers, to be honest. I was very surprised by how much energy they had. Not that like I don't think they have high energy, but I was just like, wow, they have a lot of energy, especially that Kevin Jonas, man. He was like slinging his neck back and forth and swinging that guitar all over the place. So that boy was getting it. I would say also, I think vocally of the three, Joe is the strongest. I've always kind of like had a problem when it comes to listening to Nick sing live because it sounds like he's like straining his voice. And I actually saw Nick Jonas perform a couple of songs live when I went to the EW Pop Fest like 2 or 3 years ago. He like, I don't know, he showed up and he performed a couple songs, and like whenever he sings he's like it's like he like strains his throat. I don't know, again, I'm not a singer, but it just sounds like he's having a difficult time. So yeah. Billie Eilish. Okay, well, it's a school night tomorrow and I want to freaking die because school sucks, so it can suck my booty cheeks. Anywho, I gotta sleep so I don't sleep in class. Bye. Okay, Mash of God Harper. Paula's performance shook me. Yes. Paula Abdul's performance. Oh my god. First of all, okay, when they were like getting ready to announce Paula, first of all, I was like, they did her so freaking dirty because they literally put her at the very end after the final award had been given. Like then that's when Paula came out. I was like, what a sad time slot to put Paula Abdul in, but okay, Paula took it. And like she did not care. She gave you a show, honey. And like, oh my god, she was being like thrown in the air. She was like jumping off of platforms. They were sliding her across the stage. And I'm pretty sure her performance was like entirely lip sync, and they were like using vocals from like the 90s, but I don't give a shit because she performed. She gave you a show, and the fact that she's like in her 50s moving like that is incredible. I would like Sierra and Paul Abdul were like literally my two favorite performances of the night. Nikita Ray, Gwen Stefani had a marching band on her entire Harajuku Lovers tour. I've confirmed that Beyonce is a Gwen Stefani tribute artist. Nikita Ray, stands in 2019 are trash. I loved it back in 2012 to 2014. Mashup God Harper, yeah, stan culture is so toxic. Keen Lagerfeld, how many times are boy bands gonna reunite? That is a great question. How many boy bands are there to reunite? Stefan, the Backstreet Boys toured without Kevin for years, although to be fair, he wasn't the lead singer. Also, O-Town reunited and toured without Ashley Parker Angel, who was definitely one of the leads. Katie, what really irks me is that Taylor's always in some shit and then she cries victim. I don't know her. That's a good point, but I feel like I didn't hear Taylor really crying victim on this particular like issue. If anything, I just feel like maybe it was like poor timing on Taylor's part to like, so quickly after Beachella, and like people right now really strongly associate like marching bands, especially with Beyonce. I just feel like maybe they should have thought of something different conceptually to do for that performance. But yeah, on this, like, there's been some things that Taylor has done that I've kind of like raised my eyebrow upon. But on this particular instance of the marching band, I don't know. I don't know. And I think a large reason why is because I watched the music video before the performance. And I wasn't watching the music video just for the performance. Like, I made my first impressions video to that song, like, I want to say 2-3 days before. So, yeah, I think it just really helped me personally going in with, like, context. But, yeah. Mashup God Harper Taylor literally never cried victim. Nikita Ray agrees with that. Katie, to me, she does. Nikita Ray, my friend is a diehard Mariah fan, and when she was about to do the whistles, he was like, "Oh no, oh no." Bouncing Soul 1987. Sorry, off topic. Do you get down with Game of Thrones? No. Well, I mean, I don't like hate the show, but I only watched the first season. And then at the time when I was watching Game of Thrones, it was like literally this summer I was graduating high school, so it's been a while. I couldn't find like a good link to watch season 2, so I just like stopped watching there. But I was supposed to cover Game of Thrones on my channel as like fan reaction Fridays, but the reason why I'm not covering Game of Thrones is because that's an HBO show, and guess what aired on HBO a couple months ago? This really treacherous wannabe flopumentary about Michael Jackson. So that's why I don't really see it for anything on HBO right now. However, I really, really, really want to watch Big Little Lies. Like that. That is my Game of Thrones. I don't give a shit about Game of Thrones. I care more about Big Little Lies. So that is like eating at me, the fact that I don't get to watch Big Little Lies. But oh, god damn. Diego M. If Finding Nemo were accurate, Marlin would have swapped genders and mated with his son. Okay, Nikita Ray, I've never noticed that about Sierra because I've never paid attention to her dancers. Well, definitely watch out for it because whenever she dances with her background dancers, she is off. Patricia De Aza, I watch Encore, your 9 a.m. live stream, and you talk about future podcasts about female singers at movies. Yes, I did. I did. I'm actually meeting with my friend tomorrow for the friend that I like really want to do this podcast with. So I'm gonna try and pitch to her, you guys, tomorrow. Because I really, really want to do it. Lagerfeld, Nick has the best voice to me. Really? Wow. I don't see it for him vocally, but Katie, he showed up. LEO. Katie, I was nervous Paula was going to have a concussion. They tossed her all over. There were so many times I was like, especially because she's like, up there a little bit in age. I was just like, oh my God. Like the time I got nervous for her was when they pulled her across the stage. And then at one point she stands and then her dancer like flips her. She kind of like stumbled a little bit, but like she didn't fall when she like, after the flip happened. And I was just like, oh my God, Paula. But I mean, homegirl, she landed. Nikita Ray, I couldn't name a single thing Paul Abdul has done, but then when Cold Hearted Snake came on, I was like, oh, it's that Bob Santana did in Glee. Oh my gosh. As soon as I saw the scaffolding on the stage, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna do Cold Hearted Snake at some point. But I don't really know too much, like, in terms of Paula's discography. Like, I haven't listened to any of her albums in full. I pretty much only know the songs that she performed on stage. So I know like straight up now telling me to. I know that song. Cold Hearted Snake is like my favorite Paula Bop. And then uh Opposites Attract. The one, I'm pretty sure that's the song with like the music video where she dances with that little animated fox or something. Those are the only songs I know about regarding Paula. And then as far as my knowledge of Paula is concerned, I know she choreographed for Janet in Janet's earlier days. I also love the interlude for What Have You Done, not the interlude, the intro of What Have You Done For Me Lately, of Janet Jackson. If you guys have watched that music video, Paula's actually in the video with her, and they have like that whole speaking dialogue. That's iconic, but that's pretty much. And then like obviously she was a judge on American Idol, and then she was in that one episode of That's So Raven. But other than that, I really don't know much about Paula. Mashup God Harper, I low-key thought that was her vocals, but just auto-tuned to hell because she said, "I'm back." And I was like, oh, that confirms this is live, LMAO, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like those vocals that they were using for her, like, I am, like, pretty damn sure she was lip-syncing, at least for a majority of that performance, but I feel like the vocals she was lip-syncing to were, like, from the 90s. I don't know, because I'm just like, would Paula still sound like that in her 50s? I don't know. Mashup God, Harper, probably wrong. Okay, yeah. Movie Seth and Justin, have y'all discussed Mayocella? Yeah, we did earlier. Avengers v. The Billboards had so many performances. I was kind of shocked. Yeah, they did. But I mean, okay. I also took some notes in terms of like who performed as well. I mean, Taylor opened, and then oh wait, where are my notes? Oh, here it is. Okay. Taylor performed Halsey. Okay, I've never seen a Halsey performance before, so I don't know if this is something that she like typically does in terms of like her like full on like contemporary dance styles, but that was interesting. I do wonder though how that performance looked to someone who was sitting in the audience, because the way that that performance was staged, it felt like she was like, it was like enclosed in a circle and she just like stayed in the middle of the circle, and you had like the piano on the side and there were like the people playing like the cello on the one side, so it looked like the band was kind of covering her and the camera was so close to her. I do wonder how that performance looked like if you were like in the theater watching. Like, would you have been able to see that? But yeah, that was interesting. Sierra did Thinking About You and felt very Janet Jackson to me. And, you know, like I said, I wish she was just more in unison with her background dancers. That would have been great. And then Dan and Shay, they performed with Tori Kelly, a song called Speechless. I said the camera work is god effing awful, because at one point in the performance, the camera like cuts to the audience, but it looked like they were whoever called for that cut should have not been called, because that camera person was not ready to be filming, because the camera was like all shaky and they weren't even pointing at anything specific. So that was a mess. But I did enjoy their like, you know, soft gold lighting. That's like that country lighting, I swear. Anytime a country performer performs at an award show, they always use that lighting. Then Jonas Brothers performed, and then I think their set list consisted of Jealous, which was Nick's song, and then Cake by the Ocean, which was the Joe song, and then they did Sucker. And then I love how many times they cut to their wives in the audience. And then Khalid. Oh my gosh, Khalid was the worst performance of the night for me. That was the worst performance of the night for me. And nothing against Khalid. He looks like, you know, I feel like people root for Khalid to do well, right? Like when they were in the audience, like they would pan to the audience and like the people who were watching, they're like smiling, and it was like kind of like smiles of encouragement. But as a performer, like, oh, he's so bland. He's so bland. He doesn't know, like, he doesn't know how to work a stage. He doesn't know how to sing live. Like, I like vocally, again, I stand the voice, so I have very high expectations of what people are supposed to sound like live. And I know we all can't sound like her, but whew, Lord, I don't know. Someone needs to work with him in terms of how to perform live on stage, because he doesn't really know what to do. And it's just very noticeable because the way that his performances are always staged. Like he has all these background dancers and they're like moving around him, and it's just like, they're just trying to distract from the fact that he is such a bland performer. It just makes it even more noticeable that he is such a bland performer. And I'm not saying like, he needs to start dancing. That's not it. But he just needs to find he just needs to find his thing. Like when I saw Beyonce and Jay-Z for On the Run, like Jay-Z's not a dancer. He just, he pretty much just stands and raps, but he is a very charismatic performer. I don't know how to articulate that, but he is very he knows how to work with an audience, and he is fun to watch. Khalid, like, I don't know, man. You need to improve. That was the worst freaking performance of the night. And I don't hate Khalid. If you're a Khalid fan, I'm sorry. I don't mean to diss him or anything, but like that is my honest to God opinion. Someone needs to help him. And also the songs that he performed, I don't know if I really want to listen to that album because I did like the album that he released in, what was that, 2017. I liked that album, but I don't know if like any of the other songs on that album, like if he has more up-tempo hits or whatnot, because his songs were very bland. So it's like bland song choice, bland performer, bland vocals, just meh all around. So yeah. Ariana Grande performed Seven Rings. Like I said earlier, it was kind of dark, so I couldn't really see anything. Madonna Maluma did Medellin. Okay, so first of all, I would just like to say I did a video reviewing that song, and oh my god, the Madonna stands, like I truly, like when I was making the videos, I was like, I'm gonna do Madonna and Maluma's song for Medellin, and then I'm gonna do Taylor's Me, and then I'm gonna do oh yeah, and then the other day I did Shawn Mendes's new song. And I was thinking like, this is YouTube. I was thinking like, of the three, I thought the Madonna video was gonna get the least amount of views, because I was like, Madonna's stands. I wouldn't think of them as being like young people on the internet searching for reaction and reviews of the songs. Like I thought that's like very much a younger generation thing. Nope, that is the video that got the most views of those three videos, and her stands like freaking came after me in the comments. Not all the comments are atrocious, but oh my god, Lord, her stands are rabid. They are so rabid, and they are so protective of her to the point where it like I wanted to review her album, but I don't even know if I want to review her album anymore on the channel, because it's like if you are to say anything critical about Madonna, they like will come after you, and their defense is always, well, she was the one to do it first. So yeah, I'm not very happy with Madonna stance right now. But in terms of her performance, her eye patch was present, so that was great. She had her little hologram friends on stage, which was interesting. Honestly, of her performance, the moments that I liked of her performance was when she was using practical sets. Like there's a moment where they kind of like build this like Spanish town, and you see like the lights, and Madonna and her little hologram friends are dancing on the tables, and there's the dancers. Like I like when she uses practical sets, and I think she comes of that era where we're thinking of using practical sets. And I liked how she moved from the main stage and she was dancing through the audience to get to the B stage. That's a very like thing that artists of that era know how to do. Like they're thinking of how can I build a performance that utilizes versus like how do I build a performance that utilizes technology and screens and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I liked that. Honestly, like the thing that would have really made me so happy is if those horses, the horses were holograms. Like if her aggressive horse in that video was a hologram, oh, that would have been amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much my notes on that. And then Lauren Daigle performed You Say, and I've been hearing that song on the radio. Like I know I said I don't really listen to the radio, but the one radio station I do listen to is 94.7 The Wave, and that's like an adult contemporary soul R&B radio station, and every now and then they'll play like songs that are of today, and one of the songs is Lauren Daigle's You Say. And when I first heard that song, I thought it was Adele. Does anyone else think she sounds like Adele? Because I swear to God, she sounds just like Adele. And so when I was watching the award show, I was like, oh, okay, I'm interested to see what she looks like. And she looks like, I don't know what I was picturing her to look like, but she looks so different from what I was imagining her to be. I love the choreo of the backup singers. Whenever they would say like they'd be like That was great. I'm interested to hear her more up-tempo songs. Because I'm just curious to hear what she sounds like when she does more up-tempo songs. Mariah performed, and she did a medley of songs like Always Be My Baby, Emotions, We Belong Together, Hero, and then there was that iconic tissue moment. And then Panic at the Disco performed Hey, Look Ma, I Made It. That was good. He just has really great vocals. Really great vocals. And then Kelly Clarkson performed Broken Beautiful, and it's from a upcoming movie called Ugly Dolls. Yeah, that was good. Very vibrant. There was integration of children because that's a children's movie. Chrissy Metz from This Is Us looked like she was really going through it during that performance. And then BTS and Halsey performed Boy with Love, and again, their fans were just really intense. But BTS, man, they can dance. They can dance, and I like how they're like dressed too, and their little like suits in their suits, like sophisticated suits meets streetwear. And then of course Paula Abdul. She begins with a little tap routine. She has a hat toss to Julianne Hough. That was amazing. I literally watched that part like 10 times. And then, yeah, just like the entire thing was just amazing, iconic. Paula really did that. But yeah, that was pretty much all the performances. Oh my goodness. I'm so behind with all the comments. Let's see here. Okay, sorry guys. I spent a lot of time talking about performances. Okay, Okay, Mashup God, Harper, Taylor didn't even address this issue. But yes, the timing was poor, but the Beehive needs to chill. You know what? Again, I'm saying this as someone, like, honestly, I used to consider myself being part of the Beehive, and I still consider myself to be a huge Beyonce fan, but just, like, as of late, seeing how intense the Beehive can get over Beyonce, I feel like I'm not qualified to be in the Beehive anymore, because it's just, like, the intensity in which the Beehive goes after anyone who, like, breathes wrong around Beyonce, or like may even say something that's not in the least bit complimentary towards her. It's just like, I don't know, it's really intense. Again, I, like everyone else in the stream has been saying, I think stan culture is just so toxic right now. I hope there will come a time when stans can just like enjoy music and stop fighting with each other. But yeah, Nikita Ray, we're all team Taylor didn't copy B. Patricia De Aza, it's Divas. Bacon number, that segment was about female singer who working with some actor who also worked with Kevin Bacon in movies. Lauren Aurora, did you enjoy the BTS and Halsey performance? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's fine. Katie, you have to see Meryl get the girls together on Big Little Lies, Steffi. I know. I'm like really debating whether or not I should like do that show for Fan Reaction Fridays. Because I was really, really wanting to do that. Like, ever since, like, they announced that there was going to be a second season, I was like, oh, I'm going to cover this show on my channel. And then HBO did that shady thing to Michael. But I don't know. There might be a chance, but we'll see. Mashup God Harper, I'll pray for the pitch to go well. I know, same girl. Nikita Ray, friend, better come through. I'm hoping the same. Bouncing Soul 1987. Who would you rather party with, Paula Abdul or Michael Jackson? I don't know much about how Paula Abdul parties. With Michael, I feel like Michael Jackson's version of partying would be like, let's go to Disneyland. So I guess I'd rather party with Michael. I also heard that, I heard that Michael doesn't drink, but I've also heard that Michael would put like his alcoholic beverages in like different, like in a bottle that doesn't look like very obvious, like, oh, I'm drinking from like a wine bottle or whatever. So I don't drink, so I think it'd be easier for me to hang out with Michael. And also, like, I mean, if I was with Michael Jackson, like if he were to like have that ability to just like shut down a park like after hours, or we could just ride the rides as many times as we want, I'd be like, hell yeah. But I mean, Paula seems like a cool chick, I guess. You know what I'd honestly be kind of scared to party with is Whitney. Because you know Whitney. Uh, Movies FN Justin LO, I'd be scared to party with Michael and Nikita Ray. I could never ever picture Michael partying. See, that's why I'm saying I feel like Michael's version of partying is like different from like partying. So I don't know. Lungazula straight up is one of the songs she sang off key on the record. Oh man, that is such an iconic Whitney quote. God. But you know what? As I'm saying this as a huge Whitney stan, let Paula have her night, okay? Paula did that. So let Paula have her things. Patricia de Ozzy, you know, since when Taylor Swift was won for AMAs and surpassed Whitney Houston's AMAs winning record, I stopped listening to Taylor Swift songs, but last time I listened to Taylor's song Me, but that song was off. Ha ha ha. I think that's Paula's song Whitney heard. Nikita Ray, I went to Halsey's last tour mostly to see Charlie XCX, and she actually had me shook. Her stage was amazing, but nah, she didn't dance like that. Oh, okay, so maybe that was just like a one-off thing she did. Mash of God Harper, Charlie Taste, Patricia de Aza. I have Paul Abdul's Cold Hearted on my cell phone music library. Nice. Nikita Ray, Charlie's so nice. Met her after her set. Oh, okay. Casual. Avengers V. Okay, I feel bad for the band Joe was in. He like just left them. LOL. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to know. Did Joe like indefinitely leave that band, or is he just like temporarily doing stuff with the Jonas Brothers, and then he will eventually go back to that band? Because I liked the band that Joe was in. Like, if we were to consider the individual projects that the three of them were doing, like, first of all, I'm pretty sure Kevin didn't do anything. Then you compare, like, Nick and Joe. I personally like the stuff that Joe was doing more than the stuff that Nick was doing. So, I mean, I hope that Joe goes back to that other band, because I thought, you know, they were bops. KD, his vocals are atrocious. I think we were talking about Khalid, but yeah, I agree with that. Movies FN Justin, Khalid needs to work on his vocals live. Agree. He can't move. Agree. He wasn't even singing because it sounded so bad, so he started ad-libbing. Oh, well, that wasn't a smart choice, so someone really needs to work with him on that. You know, choosing... I think there's some people who have, you know, the ability to... I'm just going to do ad-libs and it can sound great. I don't think he's one of those people. Like, maybe he needs to work up to that. Lungazula, I think Khalid needs to stick to acoustic performances. I could see that, but then again, I don't know. I've never seen an acoustic set from Khalid, and based on what I've heard from him live, I don't know. But yeah, maybe he needs to just tone it down a bit or something. He needs to just find his thing. Katie, sit on a stool and sing. Nikita Ray, Khalid should have just let Normani outshine him again like last year. Wasn't there like a thing with Normani? Like, wasn't she supposed to perform at... I know she was supposed to perform at an award show. I think it might have been Billboard. But she was supposed to perform at an award show, but then like something happened and she had to cancel. It might have been the Billboard Awards. I would have been interested to see what she would have done. Keen Lagerfeld, like the video, you guys. Oh yes, like the video, you guys. Mashup God Harper, Normani would have slayed the awards. Movies FN Justin, you could see people in the audience low key cringing. Yeah, exactly. Nikita Ray, Normani was supposed to perform, but Sam Smith dropped out. SMH, they should have just let her perform her own songs anyways. Okay, how do you guys feel about Sam Smith? Because I don't know. Sam Smith, there's something about him that I just don't like. I think it's because, first of all, I know he said some shady stuff about Michael Jackson, but I feel like he's someone like who clearly takes a lot of inspiration from like R&B music and black artists, but he doesn't show respect for the genre or the artists who like paved the way for that genre. Like, that's kind of the vibe I get from Sam Smith, and because of his like disrespect, I don't like really like him. So I'm interested to hear like how do you guys feel about Sam Smith? KD done, and thanks for the reminder, Keen. Keen Lagerfeld at KD emojis. Let's see here. Nikita Ray, Madonna's performance was trash. Sorry, I love the hologram concept, but the actual performance, meh. I mean, I didn't really mind it. Like, again, that wasn't my favorite performance of the night. I liked when she was using more of the practical sets, but I didn't, like, hate it. Movies FN Justin, why did they promote Ariana Grande as if she's performing live? I was annoyed with the live stream performance. I know, right? They were promoting her as if like she was about to do a life-changing experience. I remember actually BET did something very similar to that with Beyonce one year, and Beyonce literally just like telecasted her performance when she was on tour. So, I mean, you know, I get why they do it because they want those ratings from Ariana Grande stans. So Avengers V, there's Madonna stans. LOL. Yes, there are Madonna stans. Mashup God Harper. Oh my god, that one asshole commented on the pinned comment. I had to block him because he literally like he said he like made one like a completely separate comment, and then I replied like very politely to that comment, and I like wrote like a freaking essay about how in basically the whole issue with the Madonna stans had with me in that video was I said, oh, it sounds like because the song was it Medellin sounds very like Latin inspired. So I said, oh, it sounds like Madonna is jumping on the Latin music trend like the other artists, the other like popular artists are doing right now, like Beyonce with Mi Gente, and then I said Janet with Made for Now. And I said Janet because Janet and Madonna are like contemporaries, if anything, because they came out of the same era. And when I said that, when I said that she was jumping on the Latin music trend, I was saying it in the terms of like Madonna is not Latin American, okay? It's very clear that she's not Latin American, and like in the context of 2018, 2019, like Latin music, musical trends in general, they come in waves. Like there's going to be moments in time where like dance hall is very popular, and then there's going to be moments in time when like Latin music is very popular, like electronic music is very popular. Those are all trends that mainstream artists will jump in every now and again whenever like the trend is like at its high. And the Madonna stans were like in my comments being like, well, actually Madonna did it first 30 years ago, so you need to do your research and blah, 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 blah. And in the video I said, I'm not a huge Madonna stan, so I just want to get that out of the way. And I also, quite frankly, was very polite. I wasn't trashing Madonna at all during the video. But yeah, Madonna stans came after me, and they were getting mad that I said she was jumping on a trend. And then I was replying to some of the comments saying, while that may be the case, that she did that 30 years ago with La Isla Bonita and all those other songs, the fact of the matter is, in the context of 2018 and 2019, she's doing it again. She's jumping on the Latin music trend, and she may have done it 30 years ago, but she's doing it again. So, yeah, Madonna stans were very angry at me about that. And it was so interesting, like someone like commented and was like, well, she had a baby with a Latino man, and her daughter's like half Latino. And I was like, okay, that doesn't negate the fact that she is still doing that. And then, gosh, and just like this whole concept of like, some of the stans were like commenting as if like Madonna came up with Latin music. And I'm like, she did not come up with Latin music. So yeah, the Madonna stans were very intense. And there's one guy in particular who would he made a comment, and like every day, I swear, he was like coming back and making more comments. So I just had to block him. Mashup God Harper, you can block people from commenting on your videos though. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. Patricia De Aza, did you watch Madonna's interview on Billboard? She says to interviewer, you didn't love me. No, I did not watch that. Lunga Zula, Madonna was canceled to me after she called Whitney mediocre. That too. I mean, like, I didn't cancel Madonna. Like, I'm not canceling Madonna, but I mean, like, girl, calling Whitney Houston mediocre, especially when it comes to singing, I just have to laugh. I'm laughing for Whitney with that. Avengers V, I imagine her having older fans who aren't on YouTube. Exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, I mean, no shade to anyone who's like older than me, and if you're from that generation of like artists, like no shade to you, because I love that era of artists. But I just wouldn't think that a majority of her fans would even be on YouTube searching those kinds of things. But apparently they are. So yeah, they're kind of intense and crazy. Let's see here. Patricia De Aza, and Madonna was always wear eye patch. You think she is female Thor or Nick Fury? No offense to Avengers fans. Katie, Patricia, Keen Lagerfeld, Madonna stands for 40 plus struggling hairdressers with questionable Pornhub search history. I love Madonna though. That is shade. Katie, Queen Annie cameo, Joel T. Wow, I'm so late. All I have to say about BBMAs is I didn't watch it, LMAO. Yeah, I mean, I normally don't watch award shows, so I mean, I just did it for the heck of it. But Trisha Day Azza, BTS and Halsey Boy with Love performance was bland and off-key, especially BTS is kind of off-key. Keen Lagerfeld, at Joelle, You're Not Alone. Avengers V, I only watched the performances. Joelle T, Taylor Swift has always given me odd vibes. I'm trying to get over it, but I can't. Nikita Ray, the Facebook Beehive are trash. Oh God, I don't even want to know. Like, I feel like I'm actually part of like a Whitney fan group on Facebook, but it's not even on my own account. It's like through my mom's Facebook account. And some of them, like, I don't know, like at least the Whitney Houston fans on Facebook, they're like kind of cuckoo. So I can only imagine what like I just feel like stans in general who are on Facebook specifically, that's like a whole different breed. So I can only imagine what the Beehive Facebook people are like. Nikita Ray, the Facebook Beehive are trash. I cannot stand them at all. They've spent months attacking Normani and are still going after Taylor. Grown ass people. See, that's the thing too. It's like, isn't Facebook for older people? So why I don't know. I just feel like the younger ones in general, I feel like there should be like no excuse in terms of like the really toxic behavior of stan culture in general. But if we were to like understand why some people do it, like if you're younger, it's like, okay, I get it, but if you're like of a certain age, you shouldn't be behaving like that anymore. Not to say that like you shouldn't stan or anything, like that's fine, but going out of your way to like bring other artists down and insult people, I just feel like I don't understand why you're still doing that at that age. So yeah. Joelle T, I saw Ariana's performance and I wish she'd let go of 7 Rings. Lunga Zula, the Beehive is the most toxic out of all the stans, but regardless, Beyonce is amazing. I agree. Honestly, like, again, I'm saying this as a huge Beyonce fan. Like, I love Beyonce, but sometimes it's like the toxicity of the Beehive makes me, like, not like Beyonce. And it's sad because it's literally nothing to do with her. It's like her stans are just, God, it's like so much. Mashup God Harper, you can use an illegal site for BLL so they don't get your coins. I might just do that. Avengers V, I want to see the Beehive versus K-pop stans. Oh, be hell on Twitter. Oh God, no, thank you. Joel T, Lunga Zula, I don't think Beyonce fans are toxic. I think they're annoying. Yeah, they could be annoying. Nicki's fans are toxic, in my opinion, but they've been gone just like their flop face. Mashup God Harper, I would do crack with Whitney. JK, I don't do those drugs. Oh my God, I think Whitney's fun, but then once Whitney starts doing those like, you know, questionable things, then I'd be like, bye. YB the kid _ hand emoji, wave emoji, hello. Mashup God Harper, OMG, wow, at Nikita, I'm so jealous that you met Charlie. Mashup God Harper, she performed at Taylor's show, but I didn't meet her. Patricia Day Oz, I like to party with Whitney Houston at her mansion. Lungazula at Joel T. Nicki fans are the second most toxic. Mashup God Harper, I think Joe is still in DNCE. They released an EP in 2018, so I assume they're just on break for this era. I would love it if DNCE and Jonas did a joint tour, though. Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe they could, like, the DNCE could, like, open, and then the Jonas Brothers could be, like, the opening act. Patricia Day Azza, I like to see the Jonas Brothers and DNCE performing in one stage. Lungazula, what do you think about the new wave of R&B singers? Don't you feel like once you've heard one, you've heard all of them? I can more or less agree on that. Like, then again, I feel like I don't really listen to a lot of them, but like, I mean, again, I don't know. You know what this actually reminds me of is I don't know if you guys have seen, at least it was like kind of going viral more or less on Twitter. Coco from SWV, well, all of SWV, they sat the girls down to like react to modern day R&B singers, and Coco was like shading all the girls, saying that they all sound the same, they all kind of sound like robots, blah 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 blah. And I like kind of agree with her, because I've said that in some of my videos where I've like reviewed like the younger artists of today. Like, I think, you know, you'll find gems in there where you're like, oh, I really enjoy this song, but I just don't really like the trend of R&B right now, where it's like I feel like I'm about to fall asleep when listening to songs. I don't know, it's like I think in general, music right now is all about like let's create this vibe, and they like want to create like a very like chill vibe, and I'm not like the biggest fan of vibe music. Like I don't mind it every now and then, but when it's like every single artist is making like vibe music, and it's like you're when I listen to you sing it makes me want to fall asleep, that's when I'm like I don't like this. So I kind of get I kind of agree with that they all kind of start sounding the same because they're all chasing the same trend. Um, when I listened to Neo though, I really enjoyed like her songs like Saturn and Orbit. I really like those songs. Um, I'm trying to think like Chloe and Halle. I liked. I think they're very talented. There's some songs like I think they're very, but I feel like stylistically though they're very like artistic and avant-garde in a way, but I prefer kind of like the songs when they're not necessarily like going after that like sleepy R&B. But yeah, I can't wait for the sleepy trend of R&B to die because I want to be alert and awake when I listen to my music. So I think there's a difference between like relaxing and music that makes me want to fall asleep. So yeah. Avengers V, yeah, Sam Smith got sick, so they couldn't perform anymore. Joel T, I don't care for Normani or Sam Smith, LMAO. YB the Kid underscore totally agree about Sam Smith. Avengers V, I've only listened to his singles. Mashup God Harper, I agree with you about Sam. I like that he's non-binary, but I have no opinions beyond that. I was a fan of him when he first came out, but his second album was torturous to try and listen to. And to try and listen through. Oh, see, I listened to the first album, but I never really listened to the second one. Keen Longerfeld, IDK would happen after Sam's debut album. He has a great voice, but I don't see people raving over him like before. Joel T at Lungazula, yes, IDK if it's because it's completely different from what I listened to growing up, or if I just don't like it. Yeah, same. And also, like, I just feel like I mean, like, I say this, like, literally all the time, but I listen to old school music, like, from the 80s and the 90s, and, like, the quality of R&B, like, yes, the trend was very different, but even, like, in the 2000s, the trend of R&B was very different, and it was all, like, R&B was also very, like, diverse, and, like, even when I listen to songs from those eras that are like, you know, slower, like they're slower tempo, you have like the ballads, like it's never to the point where I want to fall asleep because the song bores me. So, yeah. Um, Lungazula, Sam Smith said that he is inspired by the 80s and 90s female divas with big vocals, example Whitney, Mariah, Celine. Yeah, I mean, like, I totally get that. I'm pretty sure he actually did a cover of Whitney's How Will I Know? That was, like, slowed down. So, I mean, I'm not surprised by that, and I definitely hear it in his music, but I just feel like there's this vibe that I get from him that he doesn't necessarily, like, respect the history and roots of the music that he is making. Like I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe I get from him. Patricia Day Oz, I think I will join the jail game because I illegally watch Whitney Houston movies on free movie streaming websites. Avengers V, you didn't even say anything bad. You were very nice to that song. I didn't like it at all. Katie, oof, that everyone's doing EDM era was painful, right? Joel TIKD, Ariana's EDM was it. I wish she'd go back to what she was making years ago. It wasn't even EDM, LMAO. At Joel T, they have this annoying style of singing that makes them sound the same. Plus their albums feel like this one long ass song. They lack diversity. Patricia De Aza, we will be shocked if Madonna collabs with BTS and BTS Army discuss on Madonna. Joel T, at Lungazula, I think they sound like the artists are trying too hard to sound like older stars rather than making their own things. I used to be a Madonna stan, we are not all 40. Okay. Patricia De Aza, Could I Have This Kiss Forever was best Latin song of Whitney with Enrique Iglesias. Avengers V, recently one R&B album that I've loved completely has been Macy Gray's Ruby. I think it flopped though. Oh no. I think the only Macy Gray song I know is that one song that came out in like the 2000s. I didn't know she was still making music, honestly. Nikita Ray, I got some nasty comments for not thinking B invented marching bands, adore B but hate her fans. Patricia De Aza, I was been in Whitney FB group. Facebook lambs are most toxic fandom. They dragging, make a bad joke, and disrespect Whitney Houston. Mash of God Harper, there's Facebook stans. Yes, there are. It's crazy. There's stans everywhere. Nikita Ray, if DNC opened, that would leave the Jonas Brothers stands as shook when Joe came out with them later in the show. Joel T, I'm tired of listening to people whisper. Am I the only person here who's not into Solange like that? I was very confused with Solange's second album. The only song I really enjoyed from Solange was Bins. But I mean, I really adore that A Seat at the Table album, but that's honestly the only album of Solange's that I've listened to in full. So I can't I don't think it's fair for me to say I ride hard for Solange, but I know there's other people who are really into Solange like that, but I'm just not one of those people because I just don't know her music well enough to be that. Mashup God, oh, okay, message retracted. Katie, yes, at Joel T, her music. Mashup God, Harper, I want more of that energetic, early to mid 2000s style R&B. Lunga Zula, sleepy trend of R&B. I'm crying. You guys know it's true, man. That's the trend right now. Katie, you can't fall asleep on my girl Fantasia. Okay, isn't there a rumor that Fantasia, Brandy, and I'm forgetting the third one, but they're doing a collab together on Fantasia's album? That's what I heard. Word on the street. Lunga Zula, remember the era of Monica, Brandy, Destiny's Child, Aaliyah, etc.? They all did R&B but managed to be versatile and different. Yes, exactly. Nikita Ray. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Nikita Ray, I only listen to Kids Bop. Joel T, Ariana Grande song with 2 Chainz. Do people think she's Ashanti or what? People probably I mean, again, I think the younger kids just aren't familiar with that era of music, and they don't do their homework. And then the people who were actually alive during that time, they just have poor memory or something. I don't know. Mashup God Harper, ooh, I have tea. I went to a pizza shop today that my former classmate works at and got Alfredo and put Parmesan on it, and the Parmesan tasted metallic and spoiled, and I literally almost vomited, but they gave me another dish free. Ew, oh my god. Well, I hope you're okay. Joel T, Facebook people are worse than Twitter people. I don't even go on Facebook because I think it's just all old people, but yeah, there are Facebook stands there, y'all. It's a scary place. Mashup God Harper, yeah, Macy Gray was actually on Ariana's album Dangerous Woman. Oh, okay. Avengers V, poor Macy Gray, came out last year, lol. Joel T, the Ariana and Macy song is the only one I know. Solange has 3 albums. Nikita Ray, I need to listen to Solange's first album, Solo Star, whatever it's called. Katie, Bins is the only song I listened to. The rest was garbage. See, Katie, I'm giving you a high five, girl. Same. Mashup God Harper, Macy sang the As Told by Ginger theme song. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my god, wasn't it it's someone once told me the grass was much greener on the other side. At least at one point, but IDK if it was the finished version. Patricia De Aza, me as a Whitney fan, born in Just Whitney era, but some people didn't like Just Whitney, or Just Whitney was not their favorite era / album. For me, the primetime interview over Cher. Lunga Zula, I don't understand Solange. I really wanted to like her, but I don't get into her music. I mean, Solange isn't the most. She's not. Her music isn't as easily accessible. I feel in the sense of someone like Bjork as an artist, I cannot get into Bjork. Even if I willingly tried to sit myself down and listen to Bjork, I just know my taste just will never, it can't, because she's just not that, she's not an accessible artist to me. And I kind of feel that's how Solange is musically. You just have to really be into that kind of stuff. But I feel Solange has the ability to make music that can be enjoyed by mainstream audiences, but she just chooses not to because she just wants to be all about her art. Let's see here. Patricia De Aza, primetime interview overshadowed Just Whitney album. Yeah, that's true. Joel T, I don't get what Solange is doing at all, LMAO. I just don't like it. It feels like she's trying to convince me that what she is doing is deep. In general, I feel that's how a lot of artists nowadays are, right? It's everything has to be so deep. And I mean, I think it's great when, you're trying to say something about your art, but then there's another side to it where it's I'm just going to be deep for the sake of being deep. And, the culture now, like society nowadays is like all about like, oh, let's all be like woke to a sense. And it's like not that like wokeness is bad, but I feel like we're getting to a point where like some people's wokeness is very like performative. Like people just want to, act as if they're so knowledgeable about all these different causes. And I don't know, it's just sometimes things just get very tiring. It's like, girl, I know you're not that deep, so yeah, that's my short little thing, little read on that. Okay, I think I already said that. Katie, Jasmine Sullivan. Yes, that was the third person. Jasmine Sullivan, yeah. Lunga Zula. It's Fantasia, Brandy, and Jasmine Sullivan. Can't wait for that song. I know, y'all. The vocals on that song are gonna be unreal. Mashup God, Harper, Fantasia, Brandy, and Jasmine. This is gonna serve. Lunga Zula, the song I like by Macy Gray is I Try. Yeah, I Try. I feel like that's the one Macy Gray song everyone knows now. That everyone knows. Mashup God, Harper, I'm Okay Now, LMAO. Nikita Ray, I'm 22. I got into Aaliyah and TLC when I was in high school on my own. Nobody my age knows them, it seems. Same. Like, I mean, I think that's for me like why I know why I love like the artists that I do, like, like a Michael or a Whitney, is because, and like also like, like Janet and Stevie, and I will say like even Tony and Prince and all like the artists like not of this era. The reason why I feel like I know them, like I know that I love them, is because there's no outside influence around me that's like, oh no, you like how like, okay, with like online culture, if you're ever like going through your feed or whatever, like you see those articles that are like, oh, you have to listen to this, or like so and so just dropped this new song and it's life changing. Like I feel like there's no outside influence telling me like you need to like this, and because of that, like it made me more interested in going out of my own way to like these artists. So I feel like because my journey in getting to know their music was such a personal one, I stand them a lot more than I do like the current people out now. So I'm saying all that to say I totally understand. I totally understand what you're talking about, Nikita. And also, I feel like I was maybe a couple years younger than you, like late teens, early 20s, when I started getting into Aaliyah and TLC. And that was mainly because at that time that was around the time when streaming first started like becoming a thing. Like I remember first hearing about Spotify, and when I signed up for a Spotify account on my computer and I saw that I could literally listen to any song by any artist, like for the most part that I wanted, and just seeing it all there and how accessible it was for me, that kind of like enabled me to get into artists that I normally would have not been able to get into, especially artists that were not current. And one of those artists was TLC and Aaliyah. It kind of sucks though that Aaliyah's music, like only that first album is on there. Kind of sucks because I feel like there would be a lot more Aaliyah fans if they made her music more accessible on the streaming platforms. Mashup God Harper, I'm scarred though. Sorry that you're scarred with that food experience. Avengers V, we love free food. Joel T, OMG, Macy Gray sings that theme song. Apparently, Mashup God Harper, there was 3 different versions of the theme song, LMAO. Mashup God Harper, one with Cree Summer, one with Macy, and one with Ginger's voice actress. Oh, okay. But I could definitely hear, like, if I didn't hear the Macy Gray version, I could definitely hear, if anything, Macy Gray singing that song. Joel T, at Nikita Ray. I grew up listening to Aaliyah. I remember the day she died, and I'm 23. Different cultures, different things. Avengers V, Macy Gray just had such a unique voice. I love it. Mashup God, Harper OMG, I'm like a Bjork stan. Oh my god, that is like, I can't, oh gosh, she's just too out there for me. Bjork and also like Leaky Lee. Oh man, their music is just like, it just flies over my head. It just, I'm not artsy like that. I can't get into it like that. Nikita Ray, Solange's True EP at Gems. I really enjoyed that one. Joel T, the Chalk Zone theme. Lunga Zula, for me, Solange tries to be different instead of being different. Okay, so read. Joel T. Lunga Z, I agree. Sometimes it feels like she's trying to be entirely different from Beyonce. Yeah, I get that sense. I mean, like, because Beyonce is, like, such a mainstream artist. There's no way for Solange to carve her path in that direction. Like, it's so funny to me to think about Solange circa when she was doing the Bring It All or All or Nothing movie. Like, that was Solange still more or less trying to be like mainstream. But then I don't know, something shifted and she was like, I'm going in this way. So Katie, Steffi came to read today. Nikita Ray at Joel T. Yeah, true about the culture thing. My mom passed when I was 7, so I grew up with my aunt and uncle who just don't really listen to anything but gospel, and I had to discover music on my own. Keen Lagerfeld, I think a Bjork song you'd like is The Gate. dot dot dot, maybe. Joel T. Like Janelle Monáe and Solange are similar, but Janelle actually seems genuine. Yes, I agree with that. I definitely agree that Janelle is very she's just because I mean like Janelle has always been that way. Like who she is as an artist in 2018, 2019. Like obviously she's evolved, but more or less she's always like been like that ever since she first came out. And I feel like it hasn't been until like recent years that people actually started to come around to her. Katie, facts, Avengers V, don't do Janelle like that. Nikita Ray, the mall played that Macy Bop the other day, and I couldn't remember the title to save my life. Lewis M. I still like S Club Juniors. Patricia De Aza, you know Whitney interview with Oprah in 2009 was kind of weird, and Oprah bring up Whitney's drug issue and Bobby topic. Lunga Zula, off topic. I feel like Tamia is underappreciated, and she gave us so many bops, and I don't think she has one bad album. Mashup God Harper, Aaliyah's music needs to be put on Apple Music. I agree with that. Keen Lagerfeld, Janelle Monáe's music is way easier to ingest. Yes. Dance Apocalyptic, Tightrope, Make Me Feel, Queen, etc. are bops. Mashup God Harper, her uncle does everyone dirty. I know, right? I'm pretty sure her uncle is Hank something. I know he managed Tony Braxton at one point, and that's the reason why Tony's Libra album isn't available to stream, is because that album was when she was managed under Aaliyah's uncle. Patricia De Oz, I'm only 16 and I'm into Whitney Houston. Mashup God Harper, I'm a Leaky Lee fan too. OMG. I know. I'm sorry. I can't. Joel T, I can't even listen to Aaliyah anymore. Maybe it's good her stuff isn't streaming because R. Kelly has a hand in her first album. That's a good point. Mashup God Harper's sidebar Leaky collabed with Drake actually. Oh, okay. Avengers V, Janelle's last album I feel like got robbed for best album. I agree with that. Mashup God Harper. Also, Leaky's newer music is way more accessible and less artsy. LMAO. Definitely recommend her latest album. Okay, maybe I'll give her a try. Then again, when I was first starting to like be aware of them as artists, I was like a tween, like 15, so maybe I just like wasn't ready for that. But yeah, maybe now that I'm older, maybe I would be more open to it. But Katie, Tamia does get left out of the conversation, kind of like Tony does. Both great vocalists at Lunga. I know, right? Mashup God Harper. Also, if you never listen to any Bjork song, I recommend at least Stone Milker and Army of Me. Okay, I will definitely make a note of that. Where's my notes here? Oh wait, where is it? Oh no, where? Oh, here it is. Okay. Which song do you say? Stone Milker and Army of Me. Okay. Stone Milker and Army of Me. Okay, Mashup God Harper. He also worked with JoJo, and that's why she had to re-record both of her albums to put up for streaming. LMAO. Oh, damn. So that's who JoJo was managed by? Was Aaliyah's uncle? God damn, he did a lot of people dirty. Mashup God Harper. Avengers V. Okay, hot topic thoughts on Iggy Azalea. No, am I buffering again? Okay. Avengers V. Okay, hot topic thoughts on Iggy Azalea. What's happening with Iggy Azalea? I don't know. I know didn't she like drop a song or album or video? I don't know. Patricia De Aza, I like the Pass the Tea segment for your future podcast. Thank you. Lungazula, what's next for Beyonce? I don't know, man. I know she signed like a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix, and it's supposed to be for multiple projects, like 2 or 3 projects with Netflix. So I'm assuming that's what's next. I mean, like, what's literally next for her? I mean, she has Lion King coming up, and then she's collabing with Adidas now. She's using Instagram more. Yeah. Uh, Katie, Iggy's visuals always look high budget. Her lyricism is just Patricia De Aza, Deborah Cox was the big diva on The Making during late 90s. Mashup God, Harper, Iggy dropped an EP last year and then 2 singles this year from her upcoming album. Oh, okay. Interesting. Avengers V, her last 2 songs I've actually really enjoyed. Mashup God, Harper, I'm so mad that Switch by Iggy and Anita flopped. Yeah, I don't even... I've never heard of that song. Avengers V, I like that emoji description. That's whenever I use that emoji, it's because that's literally what I'm doing with my face. Nikita Ray, Sally Walker was a jam. Iggy actually did that. Joel T. I remember Iggy's career fell apart. Gosh, I remember that summer when Iggy Azalea was like everywhere and everyone loved Iggy, and then like within a year, everyone turned on her. But yeah. Mashup God Harper, Iggy didn't deserve most of the hate she got. Lungazula, what kind of album do you think B is going to make or you think must make? Gosh, I don't know. I really don't quite know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to... It's so hard to predict with Beyonce, especially because like when you consider like her last 2 solo projects, like self-titled, well, even like 4 to a certain extent, and definitely Lemonade, a lot of that was so drawn from her personal life. Like a lot of like the songs she chose to sing and even the visuals that went with the songs, they came from such a personal place that I don't know. It's hard to predict what she's going to do because I don't know what's going on with her personally. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of sound, I mean, if anything, I just hope Beyonce doesn't try and follow trend. I hope that she doesn't, like, if she were to do like a trap song, I mean, she's done trap songs, so I hope like whatever she chooses to do, the sound of her album is not like clearly trying to follow trend and her trying to like keep up with these younger artists. Like I don't want like a trap Beyonce. I don't want sleepy R&B Beyonce. I just, whatever she wants to do is fine with me. Let's see here. Joel T. It wasn't even within a year. It took a few months. Nikita Ray, I loved Iggy, but then her album came out and I didn't like half of it. Keen Lagerfeld, I would love a gospel B album. Wow, a gospel Beyonce album. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I think honestly, listening to Whitney Houston do gospel has truly ruined listening to any of like the main pop divas or girls do gospel like that. Like she has literally ruined it for everyone for me. So I don't know if I necessarily would want a gospel album from Beyonce. So yeah, I don't know. Joel T. Azalea was just hating. Mashup God Harper, we stand a comeback. Lungazula, because I feel like she's done everything. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Nikita Ray, I see Azalea on Wednesday. I hope she beats me up. Katie, Gospel B, oh no. Patricia De Aza, teen girl on Instagram and Wattpad was crazy to Devontae's swing of Jodeci. Mashup God Harper, OMG, you're seeing her perform at Nikita. Nikita Ray, hell yeah, my 3rd time. Mashup God Harper, lit, I want to see her so bad, her vocals serve. Imagine if Beyonce did a country folk album. Oh, that would be interesting. Especially since she's like dabbled in... I just like love when like the white people get mad at Beyonce for doing country. Like I just think that's so funny. So I mean, like if she wanted to do that, that'd be really funny. Nikita Ray, we only want a Michelle Williams trap album. No flop Beyonce. Oh my God! You know what she should do is her and Kelly and Michelle should do the Destiny's Child like all grown up album or something. Like I don't know, those three they just need to make like an album together again or something like that. I would love that. That's what I would love for Beyonce to do next. Lunga Zula, I would like to hear an album of her doing songs by artists that inspired her. It depends on the artist and it depends on the songs that she does. Patricia De Aza, I think some teen girls are really crazy to Devontae Swing because he had nice eyes during Jodeci era. Avengers V, as soon as they start promoting that Beyonce's in Lion King, that's when people would start caring about it. Okay, Reed. Joel T, I would like Beyonce to make another album like B-Day. Yes, that would be a fun one. I could kind of see her going in that direction. It feels like she's sonically, I mean, like when you consider her live album that just came out that coincided with Homecoming, like that's sonically sounds very in line with B-Day, so I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of does something like that. I would love like another 4-esque album because 4 is my favorite Beyonce album. But yeah, Mashup God, Harper, Michelle Williams would never do trap. She's the Chase Church girl. You know what song I really liked of Michelle was when Beyonce and Kelly did Say Yes. I liked that. I really love Say Yes. Joel T, I'm not excited about Lion King. CGI animals are very creepy. I feel like, I mean, like, I'm excited about Lion King, but I think, like, people are, like, overhyping it to the point where it's, like, they think they're literally going to see Beyonce dressed up in a lion outfit in Lion King. Like, I kind of just, like, feel like, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of those kinds of, like, movies in general. Like, I thought, like, like, what they're doing with this movie is basically what they did with Jungle Book, essentially. And I don't know, it's like, is there really a point to doing that? Like, why are we doing that? So, but either way, I'm still going to see it. But yeah. Keen Lagerfeld, Met Gala tomorrow. Are you reviewing the fashion? Oh, that'd be interesting. I wasn't planning on reviewing the fashion. I mean, I'm always, what's the theme? What's the Met Gala theme? YB to kid _ That's probably what they're doing now. I would love that. Hashtag Destiny Child. Lunga Zula, or she needs to perform songs she has never performed live or rarely performs live. You know how Jay-Z did his B-sides performance for Tidal? I would love for Beyonce to do a B-sides, like live show, like the B-sides, and they could like even do like BEY, the B-sides, and she could like, it's like more of like an intimate setting. Kind of like what she did for the 4 era for Roseland. I would love to, I would really enjoy that. Nikita Ray, DC5 with Latoya and Latavia. Maybe some luggage can make a cameo in a video or something. IDK, oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Avengers V. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Met Gala. Let's see if Nicki and Cardi show up. Oh my. Mashup God, Harper, what if she brings back Kelly, Michelle, Latoya, Latavia, and Farrah, and Solange? That would slay. Oh damn. That'd be a lot. Avengers V, This Ain't Cats, the musical. Patricia De Aza, Whitney sings gospel. Her vocal was Bring You to the Church. Nikita Ray, Latavia follows me on Twitter. Let me go damn, okay. Let me go DM her and force her to tell me anything she knows. Lunga Zula, Beyonce needs a really leading role for a really well-written movie. I don't know. I mean, I think there was definitely a moment in Beyonce's career when she really wanted to, like, do the movie thing, but I don't know if Beyonce's headspace is in that anymore. Like, I like singer-artist Beyonce more than, like, actress Beyonce. I mean, I wouldn't mind if, like, Beyonce wanted to, like, produce movies and whatnot under her Parkwood Productions company, but, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, actress, but we love what she did, especially in Obsessed. Okay, I don't know if I'm buffering again, so I need to reload the screen here. Okay. Where am I? Okay, Joel T. I don't want another Destiny's Child reunion. Is it just me? I'm over it. They never perform what I want to hear anyway. I want a Justin. I want a Destiny's Child performance so badly. I after watching Homecoming, like honestly, I mean, I was very like excited while watching Homecoming, but watching the three of them come out during Homecoming, I literally was up on my feet, shaking my shit like I was like 6 years old again. Like I want it. I want it so badly. I really want a freaking reunion. And like especially like it kind of makes sense because like we're very in this like 90s early 2000s nostalgic era right now, so I feel like if there was ever a time to do it, like now's the time, ladies. So Nikita Ray, theme is camp. IDK, what the F camp is, but Lady Gaga, Serena Williams, and Harry Styles are the co-chairs. Oh yeah, and isn't Lena Waithe one of the co-chairs as well, I believe? Camp, interesting. God, there was, I don't know if you guys watched Project Runway, but there was a challenge this past season that was like related to like camping in the wilderness. That was interesting. Um, let's see here. Lunga Zula, she must maybe release any album of all the songs that didn't make the final cut of all her previous albums. I feel like that's the kind of project that comes out when Beyonce like dies. So we don't need that right now. YB the Kid underscore that Jay-Z B-sides maybe is a precursor to B's B-side. I was thinking that because I remember when he did that last year because he's done two of those shows. He did one last year and I think he like literally just did another B-side show like a week or so ago and Nas came out. So I mean Beyonce, hello girl, B, we want that. Patricia De Aza, Whitney Gospel Voice, you just gonna say hallelujah, praise God, and amen. Joel T, hello, Mama Steffi. YB the Kid underscore, I'm not too keen on Beyonce's acting. I agree. Mashup God Harper, don't let Beyonce near a script. Remember, obsessed. Lunga Zula, I know for sure that she really wants that EGOT title. Well, okay. I don't know, has Beyonce won an Emmy yet? Let me Google this. Has Beyonce, I want to make sure if she's won an Emmy. Okay, I don't, has she won, I'm sure she's been nominated, but has she won an Emmy? She's been nominated, but she hasn't won. Okay. Well, oh no. Wait a second. I accidentally exited out of the live stream on my computer. And for a second, I thought that meant I ended the live stream. Yeah, I mean, I for sure think Beyonce wants an EGOT title, but as of right now, she only has the Grammy. So Emmy-wise, can Homecoming be, I think they're trying to get Homecoming in the Emmy race for this year. So I could see her eventually getting the Emmy if she wins for that. Oscar, if she were to get an Oscar, it would have to be for like best original song. I don't like, I mean, no shade to Beyonce, but I honestly do not think she can win like a best actress Oscar. If she were to win an Oscar, it would probably be for best original song or something like that, or maybe producer. She could get it, and I mean that's, yeah, maybe producer. And then for the Tonys, I could see her getting it as a producer as well, because you could win a Tony for being a producer. So yeah, yeah. Let's see. Nikita Ray, B hasn't done a movie since like 1934 and I don't miss it. Joel T, YB the Kid underscore, it has never been it. LMAO, obsessed. At Mashup God, laughing emojis. Emerson plays Minecraft. You Asian or black? I'm full Filipino, so I'm Asian. Patricia De Aza, Met Gala 1999 was lit, especially Whitney rocking her D&G sparkle suit. Joel T, I feel like Beyonce is very limiting in what she does with Destiny's Child. That's why I don't want to see it. Like, she puts them in the closet when she's done. I know, she's like, okay, back in there, ladies. Mashup God Harper, I thought camp as a theme meant like camp as in campy, not as in the woods. Oh, you're probably right. I mean, I don't know. Joel T, at Mashup God Harper, it does, but someone is going to show up dressed as a tree. I won't be surprised. Maybe like as a freaking tent or something. Keen Lagerfeld, I think camp is like tongue-in-cheek fashion, like high fashion meets humor. Lunga Zula, I would really like Beyonce to live long like Diana Ross. Same, me too. YB the Kid underscore, she definitely will not get the O. Laughing emojis. Mashup God Harper, I would live if Harry Styles dressed up in a pine tree suit. Nikita Ray. Apparently, some of the Drag Race girls were invited, so the Instagram models better step up their game. Patricia De Aza. Which is the best company by a female artist, Nippy Inc. or Parkwood Entertainment? I'd probably go with Parkwood Entertainment, but I mean, I loved the things that Nippy Inc. did. I mean, I don't know if necessarily. I mean, I know Whitney produced Cheetah Girls and Princess Diaries, but I don't know if that necessarily came out of Nippy Inc. Lungazula, Homecoming might get the Emmy for that. Dreamgirls need to go on Broadway so that she can get the Tony. I don't see Beyonce performing like on Broadway. Like I could see her if she were to get a Tony, it would have to be for her as a producer. Keen Lagerfeld, the Oscars are now allowing certain streaming services to submit, so Homecoming could get one. But I'm wondering if they're going to be submitting Homecoming for the Emmys or the Oscars. Because I heard somewhere that they were submitting Homecoming for the Emmys. And then I also heard in that same article that Homecoming was going after Guava Juice. Or Guava Juice, Guava Island. That was Donald Glover's project. So, yeah. YB the Kid _ the best actresses haven't even won for best actress. That is true. Mashup God Harper, who owns Nippy Inc. That was Whitney Houston's production company. I don't know if it's still like an active production company, even though she like died, but I don't know if that's still a thing. Avengers V, for it to be a contender for an Oscar, it had to be shown in theaters for a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so then that probably means Homecoming will be in the Emmy race. Mashup God Harper, Whitney produced Cheetah Girls? Why didn't she cameo? I'm pretty sure the reason why she didn't cameo is because during that time, Whitney was going capital THROUGH space IT. Joel T at Mashup God and Princess Diaries. Yes. She also produced Princess Diaries, and there's actually a picture of Anne Hathaway and Whitney Houston, and I'm pretty sure Julie Andrews is in that picture as well on the set. But again, she was really going through it during that time. Joel T. Also, think she was high. Yeah, that was probably the period of time when, well, I'm pretty sure it was the period of time when Whitney was high 99.9% of the time. Keen Lagerfeld. Avengers, yeah, I forgot that part. Patricia also, Brown House Production is the production company of the Princess Diaries series and Cheetah Girls series. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I do know, like, Nippy Inc. Well, Nippy Inc. was the name of the production company, I think, like, in the 90s, and then she changed it to Brown House after she got married to Bobby Brown, so... we'll leave it at that. Mashup God Harper, she could have been the drug-addicted Cheetah Girls fan who's cheering for them in the crowds. No shade. I wish, like, Whitney would have... Oh my god, she could have, like, been the person... You know in the first Cheetah Girls movie, when there's that really dramatic moment when the dog, like, falls in the little, like, sewer? She could have been, like, the owner of that dog. That would have been a wonderful cameo. Joel T. Meg Cabot wrote Princess Diaries, the book, and she says she met Whitney and she was nice. I enjoy that little tidbit. Mashup God Harper, Meg Cabot, a legend. Lungazula, what do you think about Chris Rock's post about the Whitney meme? I mean, it was out of line. It was disrespectful. I mean, what did he expect out, like, after posting something like that? I mean, you're gonna get negative response when you post something like that. What I thought was interesting was how Bobby Brown was like commenting on those posts. I thought that was interesting, but yeah. Patricia De Asa, I realized Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall are siblings. They are iconic sibling directors. I mean, there you go. Avengers V. Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but why wasn't Raven in the Cheetah Girls anymore? I do not know the answer to that, so you guys can, if you guys know that, you can answer that. Let's see. Joel T. at Mashup God. She really is a legend, and I know nothing about her personal life goals. Lungazula. I would have really loved to see that Will Smith and Whitney movie if only they filmed it. I know, right? However, like, I don't know, because I know it was supposed to be like a romantic comedy, but I just don't see Whitney and Will as like a romantic pair. I don't know. I don't see them as a romantic couple or pairing. I think that's like so odd. I mean, I get the choice because Will Smith was like at the height of his like career at that point. so it makes sense why she would want to do that. But I mean, I still would have loved to see it at either way. But yeah. Um, let's see. Joel T. At Avengers V, that college road trip movie. I think she cut from Cheetah Girls to film it. Oh, okay. Patricia Day also Nippy Ink was for album production. Oh, okay. Keen Lagerfeld, Whitney and Cheetah Girls audience. Galleria, Gally, you my girl. Yes, yes. Mashup God, Harper, at Joel T. When you're a household name and nobody can pick you out of a lineup, goals. We love anonymity. Mashup God, Harper, Sia could never. Patricia Day Oz, Nippy Ink was for her albums and tours, and Brown House was for movie productions. Avengers V, at Joel T. Thanks, at least she didn't have to share the spotlight in that one. Yeah. Okay, well, how long have you been doing this for? Okay, I'm gonna go for like maybe like five more minutes or so, and then call it a day. But this was a great, informative live stream. Joel T. Oh, Raven fell off after that movie, LMAO. Yeah. When was the last time Raven was like in a big mainstream movie like that? Keen Lagerfeld. I always thought Raven was fired for her weight gain. Oh no. Mashup God Harper. Raven needs to make her music comeback. What is Raven doing right now? Joel T. Raven was such a big name, it didn't matter, I don't think. I wonder what Raven is doing right now. So, I mean, like, the last I've heard, like, is Raven's house still a thing? Or Mashup God, Harper, Raven's Home, I mean, she has Raven's Home on Disney. She's on Nikita Ray. She has Raven's Home on Disney. Joel T. She's on Disney, the That's a Raven reboot. Is that the only thing she's doing, though, right now? Lungazula, has anyone ever watched Cadillac? Oh, I think you mean Cadillac Record. I've only seen the Rather Go Blind, and all I could do was cry scenes only. I've seen Cadillac Records. I think Beyonce does a fairly good job in Cadillac Records. She's not... The Etta James character doesn't really appear until, like, maybe 3/4 of the movie. But of the stuff that she's in, I think she does, like, a good job. And I mean, like, we get Beyonce singing Etta James, so that's great. Yeah. Avengers V, she made a comeback when she was on The View. Joel T. Raven's Home was actually funny. They should have made an adult show on ABC Family or something. Yeah, they should have made that on ABC Family, or Freeform, or whatever they call it. Mashup God Harper, but I want Raven to go back to rapping. Like, remember, that's what little girls are made of. Avengers V, she's slowly getting back in the limelight. Joel T, I mean, Raven is probably sitting on her bag. I'd be chilling too. That's true. Just enjoying her life. Keen Lagerfeld, by the way, speaking of Raven, I did the Pottermore quiz and got Ravenclaw. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, when I've taken the Pottermore quiz several times, and I got Ravenclaw one of the times I took it. I got Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and then Gryffindor. Keen Lager. Oh wait, I already read that. Nikita Ray. Yeah, I actually enjoyed what I've seen of Raven's Home. Yeah, I've only seen like the first like episode or two. Joel T. OMG ABC Family Memories. Patricia Day Ozza. Deborah Martin Chase will be produced. The Princess Diaries 3, and I think Anne Hathaway, she will take production for Princess Diaries 3. Maybe Deborah and Anne will produce Princess Diaries 3. Okay. It will be sad, though, because Gary Marshall isn't alive anymore to direct it. Mashup God Harper, Missy co-signed her only for her rap to career to flop. Joel T. All of my favorite shows were cut off when ABC Family left. Lunga Zula, do you know what would break the internet? Mashup God Harper, Raven's Home is so entertaining. I'm on season 2. Keen Lagerfeld, Steffi is Griffin Claw Thurin Puff. I know, I'm such like a little house hopper. I should take that ultimate Pottermore quiz that literally it's like a compilation of every single question that you could get while taking the Pottermore quiz to see what house I truly belong to. Lunga Zula, the audio from the elevator incident, Solange and Jay-Z. Oh man, if that audio, I swear, that audio is something that would like probably come out when all three of them die. Like that would be like the posthumous release. Joel T, I remember Pottermore came out and it broke the internet. Oh damn. I do not remember that, but I would not be surprised because those Harry Potter fans, they're intense. Um, Nikita Ray, my Wi-Fi randomly cut out here, so I'm using my data on the Queen. Oh damn! Thanks, Nikita Ray. Master of God Harper watched Solange put the elevator incident audio on her next album over jazz flute and saxophone. Oh my god, that would be so funny. Oh god, that'd be great. And then Beyonce could like use it as an interlude when she performs in concert. Joelle T, I was on a wait list to get into Pottermore. I got in and there was nothing. Oh damn. Have you taken the quiz yet though, or? Avengers V. I was watching Glee yesterday and it holds up really well. Naya Rivera needs more roles. She's basically a Latina Emma Roberts. Oh, that's a good comparison. Yeah, I mean, even though like I've heard that Naya is kind of like, you know, no, I'm not gonna say like not the nicest person, but like she's had her fair share of dramas with like her castmates. I think she deserves more work. So yeah. Lunga Zula. But Beyonce's composure during the fight, LMAO, she came out of that elevator like nothing happened. She truly did. Someone on Twitter like shared a picture of when Beyonce, Solange, and Jay-Z came out of like the building, and it's like Solange is just like looking down, and like you could see Beyonce smiling at her from a distance. It's like really funny. Nikita Ray, Naya is a bad bitch. Joelle T, OMG, I used Pottermore in 2012. There was nothing there. The quiz came years later. Oh, wow. So then why were people wanting to get into Pottermore then? Mashup God, I'm What's the Yellow House? Oh, Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff. Okay. Joelle T, I think Solange definitely still dislikes Jay-Z. I feel like everything is different with their family behind the scenes. I can get that. I mean, do you guys remember following the elevator incident and like Miss Tina held like a family lunch and like Beyonce and like all of them had to show up to the family lunch, and then they were like, I think Miss Tina was posting it on her Instagram like family sticks together or something like that. I was like, oh lord. Patricia Day Asa, maybe Anne Hathaway takes Whitney Houston's production work for Princess Diaries 3 because Whitney and Deborah are producing partners. Okay, I could see that. Mashup God Harper, and I'm a Puck Woodgie in the Liver Morny House. Oh, I didn't take the Liver Morny House quiz. Lunga Zula, I saw that picture. Patricia Day Oz, I hope Princess Diaries 3 will not be flop sequel since Gary Marshall and Whitney Houston passed away. Keen Lagerfeld, Naya was on Family Members when she was young. That's true. Lunga Zula, my favorite Beyonce era is Destiny's Child. She was shady and funny as fuck. Avengers V, Detective Pikachu comes out this Friday. Did you ever like Pokemon? Not particularly. I mean, I was just like, I remember being a kid and that being like the thing. Like I had a Pokemon backpack and I probably like tried to collect Pokemon cards, but I never really understood what the point of that was. So no, I wasn't really into Pokemon. I don't know. I might watch it though. I don't know how great my review of it would be because I'm not really into it. But I did play that Pokemon Go game when it was like at its height. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't play that anymore. So, Lugazula, and remember that DC interview when they were high? Oh yes. Katie, yes, I love whales. Mashup God Harper, are you interested in the new Sonic movie? I'd go watch it, but I mean, again, I wasn't really into like that when I was younger. I mean, I'm pretty sure I may have played Sonic here and there, but the only game that I have truly stuck with throughout my life is Sims. So, Nikita Ray, no Pokemon, Steffi canceled. Oh no! Lungazula, Beyonce low-key funny. I miss her interviews. I know, me too, right? I miss when Beyonce was like more talkative and she wasn't so serious all the time. Keen Lagerfeld, remember when Tina told the whole world that Richard is not her ideal man? Oh my gosh, yes, that was so funny. I just like live for Miss Tina on Instagram, like when she's like, it's corny joke time. Oh my god, do you guys remember when Miss Tina posted like a picture? It was literally like a zoomed in picture of her eye. Like this was literally the no, it was this. This was literally the picture of the Instagram. Like pretend my entire face is just cut off and it's just like a zoomed in picture of my eyes. That was literally what Miss Tina posted of her, like, of a picture of her eyes. And I remember the caption of that Instagram was like, "These are my eyes after watching the latest episode of Grey's Anatomy." I was just like, oh my god, she is crazy, but I love her. I live for her on Instagram. Mashup God Harper, I have some tea about me and Meryl, but I can't say shit or I'll get sued. Oh, damn. Nikita Ray, OMG, I saw Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas the week Pokemon Go came out and there was people playing in the audience. That is so funny. Joel T, people used to talk so much crap about Beyonce. I understand why she doesn't interview anymore. One of my roommates in college went to get her nails done one day and Demi Lovato walked in. Was it like back in the day, like when Beyonce used to do a lot of interviews, that people used to like make fun of Beyonce for not sounding smart? I don't know. I don't know if that was a thing back in the day, but I think I heard that that was one of the things people used to like get on Beyonce about. Lungazula at Joel T. They do that about big stars, but still doesn't make it right. Mashup God Harper, wait, can I DM you the T or will they track me down? I don't know, I'm scared. Avengers V, Meryl's in Sonic. Is that what you're trying to tell us at Mashup God Harper? Nikita Ray, who is Meryl? Joel T, everyone hated Beyonce. OMG, everything is so different. Everything truly is different. Everything truly is different. Nikita Ray, sad face. Mashup God Harper. Meryl would never do Sonic, LMAO. Joel T, they used to call Beyonce illiterate. OMG, that's why she stopped interviewing. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that's why she stopped interviewing. And I think that's also why Beyonce is very controlling of, like, her interviews and her image, and why, like, she's the one, like, that when she decides to say something, it's going to be coming, like, from her in the way that she wants it, so that she can control the narrative, more or less. Lungazula, what I like about Beyonce is that she learns from the mistakes of those who came before her. Exactly. Beyonce is very smart when it comes to that. I also feel like Beyonce in general just knows how to surround herself with, like, great people. Like, her team is so good. Like, I've been, like, Marnie? I don't know, am I buffering again? Okay, well, anyways, I was saying that Beyonce, I've been watching Project Runway, and sometimes Beyonce's stylist, her name is Marnie, she comes in, like, every now and then to help and, like, give advice or whatnot. And Marnie, like, she knows what she is doing. Like, she is so good at her job. And I feel like that's definitely one of Beyonce's strengths, is that she knows how to pick her team really well and surround herself with people that, like, help elevate her. She's really good at that, because, like, the people who came before her, like, I mean, again, like, I love Michael, I love Whitney, but holy hell, the people that they surrounded themselves with, like, kind of led to their demise. So I'm just happy that Beyonce's learned from their mistakes and she knows how to, you know, build a team, control her image. So yeah, that's why she's Beyonce. Mashup God Harper, high-key had been invited to an early screening. Ooh, an early screening of what? Joelle T, she used to be ashamed of her accent. She's different now. That's true. Nikita Ray, you can talk about being you can talk about being invited places, man. I got invited to Gaga's premiere for Netflix documentary, and my ass was out here tweeting it out. Mashup God Harper, you were buffering, yeah. Oh well, they said I can't tweet about it or whatever. I'll be sued. Oh, okay, never mind. Then don't say it. Keen Lagerfeld, Buffer the Vampire Slayer, your nickname. I know, right? I don't know why things are buffering right now. Nikita Ray, I want ice cream. I had ice cream earlier today. It was great. Ooh, I hadn't had ice cream in, like, well, actually I had ice cream Friday, but it was like a very small bit, but I hadn't really had that amount of ice cream in a while, and it was so good, girl. Mashup God Harper, but I was invited to an advanced private screening of Little Women starring Meryl and Saoirse Ronan. Is that the right spelling? Oh, okay. It's directed by Greta Gerwig. Oh, nice. Well, go. You should go, man. Like, I mean, don't just go and then tell us if you liked it or not. But you don't have to say like why or what not. I mean, that's a fun experience. You should go. Keen Lagerfeld at Nikita. Ice cream emoji. Lungazula. What's sad about Whitney is that she was done dirty by her own family. She took the saying "blood is thicker than water" way too far. Amen to that, Lungazula. Amen to that. Nikita Ray. Oh, Keen came through. Mashup God Harper. It's not coming out for anything for another 6 months, but I guess I can't post anything about the movie. I'm definitely going. Yeah, it's tomorrow, LMAO. They're gonna take my picture for security and film the screening. I can't even bring my phone. Oh, geez. You know what? You're probably gonna be part of like a test audience. Like they'll probably ask you, like I don't know if they'll maybe give you a questionnaire to fill out, but it's probably a test screening for audiences. So, yeah, go have fun. Okay, Mashup God Harper. Yeah, they said they're gonna survey us. Interesting. Nice. Okay. Well, have fun. Have fun. Lucky you. Yeah. Okay. Maybe like 3 more minutes. Or 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Nikita Ray leaked the whole movie. Mashup God Harper, thanks. I'm excited. Like, this has never happened. Imagine. Oh my god. It's like we see Harper will be the first person in the jail cell to reserve a space for the jail gang when you leak the entire movie online. Oh man. Joelle T. Little Women, like the book. Mashup God Harper, yes. LMFAO. I don't even think has a trailer for that movie even dropped yet? Yeah. Joel T. LMAO, yikes. Avengers V, if you leak it, we will actually be in jail. Yeah, literally, if you leak it, we will actually be in jail. Nikita Ray, I'll be in jail gang for fighting Azalea Banks on Wednesday if she disses me, LOL. Keen Lagerfeld, people say blood is thicker than water, but the complete phrase is actually about how family can be the shadiest. Really? Is that the true meaning of that? Or, I mean, either way, Whitney's family really like not just like her biological family, but also like the family she married into, like the Brown family. Like her sister-in-law is the person who leaked those photos of her drug den to the magazines, and that's also the picture that ended up being on the cover of Pusha T's Daytona album. So she was just done dirty by a lot of people in her family in general. Mashup God Harper, I don't even know if there's a trailer. I high-key didn't even know this movie was being made until yesterday. Lungazula, I need Rihanna to release So Damn Music. Mashup God Harper, would Greta be there? Do the directors or like actors come to these things? LMAO. I don't think the actors would go to those things. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Greta might be watching in the audience and you guys just like don't know she's there. I would imagine, though, the producers of the movie, like at least a couple of them or maybe 1 or 2 of them to be there, you know. But yeah, Joel T. Who the hell is going to pay to watch Little Women in 2019? Lungazula, have you heard about Adele separating from her husband? Do you think number 4 is coming? Yes, I did hear about Adele splitting from her husband. It's really sad. Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if this event has inspired her to make new music. I don't know, like, when exactly it will be coming, but yeah, I won't be surprised. Nikita Ray, when I was at Gaga's screening, she was there and the director too, so maybe. Joel too, I do not think Meryl will be there. Lungazula, heard. Mashup God, Harper, it's a free screening, so I guess nobody at Joel T. Yeah, I don't think, if anything, especially since, like, how high profile your actors are in the movie, like, I don't imagine Meryl going to that. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think Swarzy would show up either. Director, maybe, but a producer or so of the movie might be there as well. Mashup God, Harper, there's more than just Meryl, by the way. Laura Dern is in it. Oh my god, it's like the Big Little Lies cast. Meryl and Laura Dern. Oh, Renata. I don't know if any of you guys watch Big Little Lies in this live stream, but Laura Dern is a gift in Big Little Lies. Mashup God, Harper, and hella male actors. I forgot. Lungazula's sad Adele, although I want her to be happy. True. Oh, Gemini, OMG, Queen, Avengers V, maybe if it was a film festival. Nikita Ray, is Annie in it? I don't know, watch that movie if she isn't. I don't know, maybe. She hasn't told me, but then again, she doesn't tell me a lot of things. Gemini, I just got off work. IDK, how I made it. Yes, you made it, even though we're ending literally in 1 minute. Mashup God Harper. I watched Big Little Lies, but I never finished season 1, but I want to continue, but the boycott. I know, right? Same. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gosh, I mean, I love Michael Jackson so much, but, and like, honestly, like, F HBO, but also, like, I love Big Little Lies too. Ugh. Keen Lagerfeld, the actual phrase is, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Oh, Keen. I feel like I'm in like The Godfather right now or something. KD, Big Little Lies is so good. Worth it. I agree, KD. It is so good. That year it came out, that was literally my favorite show on TV. Mashup God Harper, I might just cave in, to be honest, especially for Meryl. Honestly, same. I might cave because I just love Big Little Lies. And like, again, I'm not going to be watching it on HBO's like website. I'm going to be illegally streaming it. So yeah. Gemini, OMG. Oh, hopefully I'll catch you full time next week. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, you usually make it to the morning stream, so I hope to see you there, Gemini. Nikita Ray, yo, there's a really loud screeching noise outside my house, but I don't see anything. Oh no. Bye, Nikita. Mashup God Harper, Freddy Krueger tease. Okay. Well, Lungazula, what time is it there? My time, it is 11:09 p.m. 11:09 p.m. Nikita Ray, more like Dead Gang. Keen Lagerfeld, Meryl better not block Michelle Williams' blessings this award season, bitch. Oh, are you talking about Michelle Williams for Fosse Verdon? I know, right? Oh, they probably will. Honestly, like all the women in Big Little Lies will probably block Michelle Williams from freaking getting, I don't know, hopefully I at least hope Michelle Williams gets an Emmy nom. I don't know about an Emmy win, but Avengers V, LOL, go film it, Mashup God, Harper, Sued Gang, Lungazula, it's 8:09 a.m. here, it's already the 6th. Oh, wow. Time zones are so weird, it's crazy. Unicorn decides like the whole internet because it's public, LMAO. Okay, I don't know if I was buffering there for a second. Keen Lagerfeld, Michelle and Amy Adams are the female DiCaprios. Especially Amy Adams. Oh my gosh, she gets nominated so many times and she loses all the freaking time. Nikita Ray, 2:10 a.m. here. Oh wow, damn. All right, well, you know what, you guys? It is late for you, and it's kind of getting late for me. So I'm gonna call it a day. It's so late. I can't believe we've done it again here. I don't know. Do you guys think I should do these live streams a bit earlier? Because I know it's hard for you guys when I do 9 p.m. here, because that means that it's like really late for you guys who live in other parts of the world. So, yeah, let me know if you guys think I should do, when I do like the evening live streams, if I should start doing it a little bit earlier, because I mean, maybe that means that more of you can join. But yeah, let me know. Maybe I'll post a poll of it on the YouTube community tab. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's live stream. Let me see here. Mashup God Harper, it's 2:10 here too. Avengers V, same 11:10. Patricia Day Oz, I noticed why Julia Roberts was not in the live stream. Yeah, she's actually Joelle T because she forgot her password. Nikita Ray, time to scroll Twitter for 3 hours until I go to bed. Avengers is Julia now. No, I think Julia is Joelle T. Avengers V, I can do my geology final now, LOL. Mashup God Harper, I think earlier would be cool, but I'll stay up anyways, LMAO. Keen Lagerfeld, good night, Steffi, 9 is good for me, but majority rules. Avenger V, no, I'm Hector, LOL. Mashup God Harper, you could do it at 2 your time and I'd be on. Okay, maybe afternoon. Lunga Zulu, you should do a poll. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a poll. Patricia Day Oz, it's 2:12 p.m. here in Manila. LMAO. Nikita Ray, LMAO. So I've really been thinking Avengers was Julia this whole time. SMH. Mashup God. I meant 2 a.m. It was a joke. Haha. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'll try and figure it out. I mean, this seems to be like a thing right now. the 9 a.m. 9 p.m. But if the channel does start getting to a point where it grows, then I might have to reconsider changing the 9 p.m. time, so that more people could join. Mashup God Harper, but no, really, LMAO, but not really LMAO because I stand this channel. Thanks, Harper. Avengers V to leave a like. Nikita Ray, I'm at Harper's house. Patricia Aza, Oh Hector V. All right, well, expect more videos this upcoming week. Ooh, you guys, I was so good this past week. I literally had a video every single day this week, except Thursday. But, yeah, I'm gonna try and keeping it up. I know tomorrow I already have it's a video that I made. It's a video of me reviewing something, but I made this video like back in January before I left for the Philippines. So it's a bit old, but yeah, it's going up tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna review Guava Island because I feel like the hype around it has kind of like gone down a bit, so I don't know if it's like worth reviewing, but I do have other music that I'm going to review. Like I do this upcoming week I was planning on reviewing Anderson .Paak's album, and I might do Khalid's album, and I think I'm also going to check out one of the artists that you guys had wanted me to listen to like a while back. And then I also have a friend who suggested that I listen to another artist. Her name is Jessie Wilson. So I might check out her album as well. But yeah, I am planning on doing that. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Lungazula, good night. Patricia de Aza, especially me, I didn't catch up the morning live stream. Lungazula, can't wait for November so that you can review Robin's book. Oh my god. I literally have a event on my Google Calendar for Robin's book. A Mashup God Harper Night, Avengers V. I felt like there was never any hype for it anyways. Yeah, that's true. Keen Lagerfeld. Let's see. I want Twilight Zone reviews. I know. I might. Nikita Ray review Angel Hayes. I'm waiting. We don't need Khalid. Yes, I have actually Angel Hayes on this list. Patricia Aza, good night to you, Ate Steffi. Katie Omji, yes. Lunga, a Mashup God Harper, Angel Hayes is a serve. Nikita Ray. Night ladies, hoes and boys. Avengers v Paloma Fade, please. LOL. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see. But yeah, that's what I have planned. And then, yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you in this week's upcoming videos. And then the next live stream will be in the morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.